Alright, what's going on? It's Mason here, and I didn't get a chance to see the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight, but I don't think I want to after all the things that I've seen online about this whole fight. And after seeing some of the clips from the fight, yeah, this fight is a complete and total utter joke. That whole fight felt like a disgrace to the sport in general. To me, at least. That's what it felt like to me. But without further ado, let's get into this whole mess of the whole Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson absolute failure of a fight video. And before we get into anything about the fight, let's just talk about how Netflix in general had the... I saw things, I had friends who were watching the fight, and let's just say, how did Netflix not prepare or like even think about how big this event was going to be? I mean, I knew there were going to be people who were going to watch this event, but Netflix didn't anticipate that many people were going to watch it and had almost the entirety of their servers shut down mid-fight. The only other reason I even knew about the whole crashing on Netflix thing was because I saw it trending on Twitter. That's how bad it was. It was trending on freaking Twitter. And what's worse about this whole thing is Netflix is raising their prices, and with those extra upcharges that they're giving everybody, what are they using that money for? Nobody knows. They're probably using it for shit. Nothing. But anyway, enough about the whole Netflix bullshit. Let's move on to the fight itself. Now, the fight itself, what even was this? This was a 58-year-old man versus versus Jake Paul, the fucking YouTuber, the bullshitty ass, one of the Paul brothers who nobody likes. Everybody hates the Paul brothers. I don't know a single person who fucking goes out of their way, except for Mr. Beast, because I know he loves the Paul brothers for some reason. And KSI, which they're all scumbags, I feel like. I used to be a big fan of Mr. Beast until the whole incident happened, and I'm not saying the incident changed my view on him, but if you're working with Logan Paul, one of the most known scumbag on this internet, you should know that nobody's going to stick around on your channel just to keep you around if you work with that scumbag like him. Got off topic again. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, and speaking of Jake Paul, this man, when was the last time you saw him fight a real, actual, young fighter and actually won? I don't think the last time we saw... Who was the last fighter he won against? I don't remember. It's been I mean, I don't really watch boxing, so I don't know any of this, but the only thing I know is he fights elderly people. He could probably go to a homeless shelter and fight a bunch of homeless people there, or elderly people there. He'd probably find some of the oldest people on the street just to pick a fight with them and put it on Netflix. Nothing about this was an event. This is just a fucking cash grab by fucking Netflix to save their asses. I felt like I was watching somebody bully their grandfather in fucking public. Let's just talk about Jake Paul now, because I really do feel like he keeps trying to sell himself as a legitimate boxer, but how are you supposed to take him seriously if he keeps fighting people way past their prime when they were originally great, like people who are in their pretty much in their 70s at this point, or 50s. I mean, I honestly, he could probably fight somebody in their 70s. That's probably who he's going to fight next, somebody who's probably not even alive. He doesn't fight any real competition. He just fights people who are past their prime. This whole thing's just to make him look like a real behind fighter, but we all know he ain't no fucking fighter. All he does is fight old grandpas. I'm just going to give Mike Tyson some actual respect for stepping into the ring, even though this fight in general should not have happened at all. And I just heard the other day, or something like that Mike Tyson, like, I think I do remember this. I think it was 3 months prior. I was talking about this with my friends a while back ago. But I think he actually had a medical emergency where he almost died in the hospital. But yeah, I did hear he did go 8 rounds without getting knocked out, and that's pretty impressive feat for somebody who's in their 50s, and that's actually real strength it takes to get in that ring and do that. Even though he wasn't his older self, is like everybody wanted. I know everybody was wanting the primal Mike Tyson to come back. He gave it his all. He put his heart into this, and he really did try to stand out those 8 rounds. He made it a long time, but he should not have been in that ring in the first place. This fight should not have happened. And I get the feeling this is just going to continuously happen. The whole YouTubers exploiting like other sports and clout for money and stuff. They're basically ruining sports by paying people and just making it all about them. And here's the thing: the fights beforehand were better than the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight. But I don't want to make this whole thing too long. At the end of the day, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson was just a complete utter failure. Netflix just doing absolute bullshit and just fighting one-sided, pathetic excuse for their entertainment. This was just awful to see. And for Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, no matter how much money this whole thing made, I don't think anybody's going to be wanting to go see another one of these after that. I'm pretty sure the whole if Jake Paul this is probably going to be his. I'm not saying this is going to be his last thing, but if people are being stupid again, I really don't know if he's probably going to make a lot more money if people aren't dumb anymore. But I'm just saying, if people have not straightened out and realized what they're all doing at this point, and they're still probably going to go see it just because there's two big names versing each other in a ring when nothing's going to happen. But, yeah. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe. And, yeah, if you're just as mad as I am, you just have a good day. I really was not happy about this whole situation, and I really did not want to talk about this because this is 2 days after the whole thing happened. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, and I just didn't get a chance. I just had a busy day yesterday. But if that's pretty much everything I've got to say. And this is Mason. Have a good day.